jams before it changed formats a million different times.
I don't know where we're at now.
So at the time, I was their youngest promotion director in the history of that company. And if you know anything about Radio 1, or if you don't, it was founded by a woman named Kathy Hughes, who's an African-American woman who lived in her car, who's a single parent, who took a little AM radio station in D.C. and turned it into this multi-gazillion-dollar franchise of not only Radio 1, but TV 1. So if you know the TV 1 network that airs some of your favorite programming, there was no TV 1 at the time. So I did that for a couple years, and then I fell out of love with radio for a short period of time. Went to telecom and hated it. And then Radio 1 came calling me back. And it was Russ Parr, who has a radio show, was syndicated. He is still syndicated in over 30 markets. But it was him and the woman who was the COO, the chief operating officer for the company at the time. And they both brought me down to DC, gave me this fancy seafood restaurant, and were like, listen, there's a void for you in the company beyond just Philadelphia. We see you in a national capacity. We want to give you an opportunity to come back, name your title, name your position, name your salary within reason, and we'll give you moving expenses. We'll move you down to the Maryland, D.C. area. And I was like, oh, what? So I conceded. I gave in. I said, okay, I'm gonna get this radio thing one more shot. You know, kind of like you have a relationship and you just like, I'm not dating any more men. It's like, well, you're not gonna date women, so who are you gonna date? So I just kind of was like on one of those, I'm not dating, I'm gonna be celibate. I was gonna be celibate from radio. That didn't last for long. So I got back in, and I went in there and I crushed it. Because I went in there and I was intentional. I was like, I'm gonna do boom, 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 boom. And because it was a position that never existed before, it really gave me the latitude to make it what I wanted it to be. So I did marketing, promotion, publicity, and production for Russ Parr's morning show on a national level. I did like a telecast, the radio version when there was the 9/11 hit, right? The terrorist hit. I got all the different stations that he was held on. We did a simulcast where we had all the key radio personalities in those markets come in with Russ sort of as the anchor and the quarterback of it. I did things that were just really non-traditional. I got them a lot of recognition in the radio trades and outside of that. And then one day, after I sent some weird text, I got a call from Kevin Liles, who was the president and CEO of Def Jam Records at the time. Excuse me. Kevin made me an offer I couldn't refuse. So
the other one's coming right out. Yeah.
He was familiar with me from going to different trade industry conferences, things that they don't really have anymore in the music industry. And so he said, listen, Leroy Cohen, who was the chairman, his assistant was going out on medical leave. So Leroy basically was like, well, since my assistant's going out, I'm stealing your assistant. But that's what a chairman can say to a president of a company. Because he said, she already knows the company. So he said to Kevin, you got to find somebody to replace her. I'm taking Lauren. So he thought of me. Because I wasn't afraid to do what a lot of people think of doing but are afraid to do. So I went there, you know, I went, he again brought me up to New York and just said, listen, I came in here with my resume and look, he said, Amber, I know everything about you, like beyond what I knew. He said, I already checked you out. He said, if you want the job, it's yours. So I threw away my resume and all this other, my materials that I came in there with. And so I had to really think long and hard about it because I said, wait a minute.